Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Treble. I'm your host Caesar, and this week we are focusing in on everything that's being released this past week. It's been an exciting week. It's been an interesting week, let's just say that. There's been a lot of great music, a lot of new artists, a lot of great albums coming up. And yeah, let's just get right to it. Like, I feel like this week was such a moment because there's been a lot of mixed reactions to a lot of artists, and it's interesting what where we're headed with the pop world, the K-pop world, and all this great stuff. But let's just get into it. These are honorable mentions. You should definitely go check these songs out, but I'm not gonna dive too deep into them. Okay, so first off, let's start off with something country. I love me with some country music. I feel like country music in 2025 didn't hit as much as it did in 2024. So I really do hope that 2026 brings back those like artists that I truly love, my favorites, and even new artists that I've listened to. I started to They started to grow on me, and I started to really like, okay, I really like this artist. I hope to I'll give them a chance, right? So, but before all that, let's jump right into it, okay? First is Pearce with Church Girl. Now, this song, it's really beautiful. I really do like it. I feel like it's just one of those, like, I don't know, what do you call it? Like, very unapologetic type of a song. It's very self-reflecting. It's about focusing on just being a great person overall, and dismissing hypocrisy or any judgment that comes when you are a religious person. And I feel like she really did capture that with this song. It's beautiful. I really love it. It's a whole different type of message than she has ever like spoke on or sang about. So I really like that. It's very, very beautiful. It's a bold move for her. Definitely. I feel like it's something that people didn't expect from her, but I really like this song. I think it's beautiful. I really like how she sounds. She just sounds very vulnerable, and I think that's what I love about country music. It just sounds super, super vulnerable. Okay, so next honorable mention is XG's PS 118 off their new album, The Core. Now, I say it's an honorable mention because this version of the song has Urine, Harvey, Maya, and Kokona. And I love this vibe. It's very hip hop based. It's very like not in your face. It's more laid back, like an R&B hip hop type of song, but they spit their shit. Like, they knew exactly what they were doing with this song. Now, a little side note, Jurin actually released this song with Rhapsody as her solo debut. I believe it was last year, like in December, I believe. And so I didn't listen to it then, but then once this song came out, this version came out on their album, I went back and listened to that one, and it's so cool. Like, just to see the two different collaborations with the same type of song, it was really cool. So that's another honorable mention. Go check it out, see for yourself. The vibes are there. Hip hop, it really feels like the hip hop sound that we all love. So I like that. And plus, these four women are such great rappers. Like, when they rap, you just know they're hitting the bars. They know what they're all about, and I love that for them. I love the fact that they're able to do that. And four rappers in one group, that's pretty dope because you don't really see that. And the last honorable mention I want to talk about is actually Harry Styles' Aperture. Now, one thing I do have to say about the song, it's too long. Boy, cut it down just a little bit, maybe like 30 seconds or even a minute. Like, this could have been a way shorter song just because the intro is so long. I felt like kind of just like, I'm like, okay, when are we getting into the meat of the thing? We really didn't get like lyrics up until maybe like 50 seconds into the song. The rest was just kind of like sonically was just the instruments and stuff, the production, and it's good. I like the song, but it didn't get me excited. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Harry Styles. I am not his fan when it comes to his solo work. So when I heard he was releasing a new album, I'm like, okay, let me give him a chance. Let me listen to his 3 albums, because he has 3 albums. Let me listen to them. Let me see. First album, still couldn't get into it. 2-3 songs into it, I'm like, I just can't. The sound's not for me. It is what it is. Okay, Fine Line, second album. Okay, first half album was solid. The first like 6 tracks, they were so solid. I'm like, okay, I like this. 7, 8, 9, around there, I was just like, okay, I can listen to this in the background sense, but it's not my vibe. All right, Harry's House. Finally listened to the whole album. I have never listened to the album. I've listened to the singles. I like the singles. I love the singles. Finally listened to the album. Dope. Love it. Maybe I'll get it physical copy. It's not like on my top vinyl or CD that I want, but it'll be there. It'll get there. I'll get it one day, right? Finally, I'm like, okay, let's see what his new sound's gonna be. I like the sound. It's different. It's so different from what he has done before. It's gonna be like more pop. So it kind of reminds me of like Michael Jackson type of vibe, techno mixed with techno. Like, I don't know. Like, it just gives me that type of feel. But it wasn't enough for me to go and pre-order his album. And that's okay. But like I said, it's an honorable mention because it's a cool song. It's vibey. But it's not like, I feel like this is a buzz single or like a pre-release single. Like, it's not the first official single. That's how it feels like. You know, this song, that's what it feels like. Gives me kind of like what happened with Hilary Duff with Mature. I feel like that song was a pre-release single. Then we got Roommates, which feels like the first official single. So I don't know. I really do hope it does grow on me a lot more. So far, you know, it's been only a couple of days since listening to it, and I'm still kind of listening to it like on a daily basis. And I'm like, okay, you know, once or twice a day I've been listening to it. So then I'm like, okay, I can probably get into it a little bit more, but see for yourself. Go listen to it. You know, it's very like disco, EDM, tech production. It's not super like a big track, like bumpy with a drop or anything like that, but it's more chill, more like a chill disco EDM type of sound. So just go see for yourself. So that's the last honorable mention. Next is songs you actually need on your playlist. Okay, on your playlist. Okay, you will not be disappointed. So to start off the list is Yandel and Javi's Me Voy Pa La Chingada. This song, you guys, this song, oh my God. It has like that emotion of like reggaeton, like the vibe of reggaeton with the emotion of música mexicana. Like, it hurts. It hurts when you listen to this song. It is so dope to see these two artists collab. I didn't expect they would, just because there really hasn't been a lot of reggaeton mixed with música mexicana. But this song, the whole production is just reggaeton, but the vibe just gives you like, damn, I can feel it in my heart. And it's so cool to see that, because I know a lot of reggaeton music is just for the vibes, it's for the dance, it's for the girls, it's for people to just vibe to, dance to. You know, it's nonsense, it's hip hop, right? And I just want to say nonsense. It's not nonsense, but most of the songs are not meaningful, right? That's what it is. It's very clubby. But this song is so meaningful. Literally, he's talking about how heartbroken they are. Well, they both are. They're both singing about how heartbroken they are. You know, the contrast between how you're suffering in private, but then in public, you're like, oh yeah, I'm okay, I'm all right. Like, it has the two dynamics of what someone goes through after a breakup. You know, it's basically you are so mad, upset, heartbroken, while the person that left you is moving on to someone else already. And that hits, right? That hits. Personally, haven't been in that situation, but I think I've seen enough with family, with friends, movies, whatever, that shit sucks. And honestly, I praise people who like really can keep it together during that hard time. But anyways, it's such a great vibe. It's very reggaeton. I love the sound. And also, this is off his new album, Infinito, Yandel's album. So go check that one out too. I'm not going to get too much in depth, but it's a real pretty dope record. Now, it's not my favorite from him, but it is pretty good. There's solid tracks on there that you need to listen. So go check that out too. But yeah, it's so cool. I love the vibe. Go check it out. I think it's like a solid track, and I like the fact that there's emotion to it. You know, there's the reggaeton, but there's emotion. If you listen to the lyrics, it can get you crying. Okay, so moving on to another song you should listen to. Now, this song's unique because I didn't think I was going to like it. It just kind of played on my shuffle list, and this is Ludmilla. I hope I'm saying that. Ludmilla featuring Emilia and Lotto, which Lotto caught my attention. Okay, so when someone that I know is featured on a song and I don't know the other two artists or know them very well, I pay attention and I listen to it. So first off, it's a very baile, funk, hip hop, Latin, urban sound. I think Ludmilla is from Brazil because I think that's where that baile funk comes from, right? So kind of reminds me a little bit of Anitta, and I love the vibe. And also she's singing in Portuguese. So of course I didn't really understand what she was singing, but the production moved me, got me hooked, loving the vibe. I just love what the mood is, what the vibe is. But eventually, like, I translated the lyrics and saw all that. So basically it's just a female empowerment song. You know, you're confident on the dance floor, you're confident in life, you're confident just being you. And I love that. I love that they actually have this song like this, because these three genres, I believe Emilia is a pop Latino artist. And then, of course, Lado's a hip-hop artist. And Ludmilla is, of course, a Portuguese artist. So combining those three, I can see why this is a great power anthem towards women or for women, right? So I really love that. It's a high-energy track. I love the production. I love the beat. I love how it gets you moving, going. You just want to dance. And you just want to have the time of your life. Seriously, like, it is such a cool track. Like, it mixes everything together. Like I said, it mixes hip hop, baile funk, pop, urban Latino, and it does a great job of incorporating all those different genres. So I absolutely love it. It kind of gives me a vibe of like that song from Shakira and Karol G. You know, kind of gives me a little bit of that. Also, Anita's song Evolver. So it reminds me of that. You know, it reminds me of just that vibe that I feel like Brazil does a great job with the violet funk. Like, they know how to produce that so well. So yeah, go check that one out. Next is a track. We're going to slow it down a little bit. Okay. Slow it down. Okay. I want you to slow it down. It's the next country song you should definitely have on your playlist. And it's by Yandel featuring Priscilla Block. We Can Always Move On. It's a slower track. It's a country track, but it gets your heart. Like, it truly gets your heart. Like, I can't even explain it. It's just so well. Like, I love this song. Really got me thinking. I was like, wow, like, people go through this. This is crazy. Well, I guess I kind of went through it too. But this was like years ago, way years ago. Anyways, it's just about being resilient, optimistic, and just kind of like living in the moment, after, or not after, during a situationship, right? This song just vocally, like, they both, or not vocally, lyrically, they both talk about how they're in this weird spot where, like, they're having fun together, but then are they together? Are they a couple? Are they not? So I feel like this is very relatable to a lot of people. I hear this a lot. I've seen this a lot. And so I feel like, wow, this song relates to a lot of people, but it's also beautifully written. It really does, and gets into the mind and the psyche of people who are in a situationship and they don't know what they are. They don't know if they are together or not. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's not ego, but it's like you're scared. You're scared to ask that question. Hey, can we just be together? Like, let's just be together. Like, let's build a life together. If you're feeling it, if you really feel like this is your person. And so I love this song. It's a very country duet song. I love how I lost my train of thought. I love how, like, country duets are done properly. They both feel like they are doing a song that's the lines are vocally, distributed. They're equally distributed. They really do that with country, and I love that. I love that country does that so well, because I know English and pop songs, they really don't do that well. But anyways, going back to them, it's a very, mid-tempo country song. So cool. The vibes, just feeling confused when you're in this situationship type of deal, right? But I love what they do. I love Yandel. I think his album Stereotypes is his best album. I feel like he has the solid hits. I know he also released CMOS, I believe. Isn't it CMOS? I believe it's CMOS. And that wasn't my favorite album from him. I feel like, I don't know if the sound just sounds different. I guess that's how you would suggest that. But yeah, I love the song. Go listen to it. You will not be disappointed. And if you've been through this situation, it will really pull on your like heart, and you're really like, wow, I can't believe I went through that. But moving on to the final song, if we're bringing it back to these girls, is XG Rock the Boat. This song, you guys, oh my God, this song has me on a chokehold. I love this song. I love the vibe. I don't know what's been going on the last like couple of weeks. I've been loving this R&B feel. This song's like really reminds me of like early 2000s R&B pop. Like that's what it reminds me of. And it's so cool. And I'm telling you this because another song that I'll be talking about in the future gets me feeling the same way. It's just R&B. It's R&B pop. It's 2000s. It's just so good to hear that sound. I don't know, and I'm loving it. Like I absolutely love this song. I prefer this song over any other song off their new album, The Core. And so yeah, which is interesting because I usually gravitate towards a song that's really upbeat, in your face, hip hop. But I'm not. Like I've been loving these slower R&B tracks. But this song, going back to it, it's just about having confidence in yourself, confidence in feeling yourself in your body, being confident in that, very sensual, just having a good time, just vibes. It's a smooth R&B track, like I said before, and it just emphasizes about you being in the moment with someone, right? And just being in their space and being, having a good time in a sense. So I love this. I feel like it's very catchy. It's strongly produced. It just feels like that 2000s era, and I absolutely love this song. I feel like they really know how to do this sound. Like I really like them in this sound. When they go all up in your face. I mean, I love when they do hip hop as well. Like straight hip hop to me, XG knows how to do that as well. But when they do more like the pop stuff, it's not my greatest thing from them. But when they do the hip hop, or if they do the R&B, like really 2000 sound, so cool. They're really dominating, killing it in that genre. So yeah, guys, those are 4 songs. Definitely put on your playlist right now. Okay, right now. And also go check out the playlist that I created, so you can hear these songs and you can just add them to your playlist, whatever you use, Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever. But next, we're moving on to the one and only album that needs the spotlight, okay, in this podcast today, in this episode today, okay? And that is EXO's 8th studio album, Reverse. I'm sorry, I honestly didn't do my homework on the name of this album, but it's Reverxe, Reverse, I guess. But guys, it's their first album, their first comeback since July of 2023. Not almost, 2.5 years, right? They went to military service, I believe that's why. But it's been 2.5 years since we had an EXO comeback. I can't believe that. Like, where did the time go? Anyways, I absolutely love this album. I feel like each track is I feel like this album is a non-skip album, okay? Each track can be like a solid single, which is hard for me to 8 tracks can be like a solid single. I'm over here lying to you. Not lying to you, but I just had a brain fart because it's not 10 tracks in this album. It's 9 tracks in this album. Anyways, that's a little rant. But all 8 out of 9 tracks can be singles. They can be singles. I was like, what the heck? What did you guys put in this album? Because it is so done well. Like, I haven't felt this much joy and greatness and likability to an EXO project since like maybe Growl era. That's a long time. I like their singles. I like B-sides here and there, but I've never truly liked a whole album in a good while. But anyways, this album is so cool because it really gives different genres. It gives us hip hop, it gives us dance, trap, pop, R&B, even some like pop rock influences and also some house influences, and also gives a little bit like a little bit of like the funk Brazilian style too. So like it really incorporates a different variety of genres, which I think that's what makes a great solid album. Because most people like that diversity. They like diversity in the production, and they don't like it when like an artist sticks with just one type of sound throughout a whole album, right? So that's very cool. I love what they talk about. They talk about love. They talk about like feeling thrills of like sparks flying and like what you are going through in relationships. I like that. I like the whole commitment of like the whole commitment. I like the other topics they talk about, which is like legacy being built, resilience, just having that they know they're the shit, basically. They know that. They've been in the game for such a long time. Unfortunately, they're going through a struggle right now between the bandmates, but 3 of the bandmates and the company. So they're not part of this record, which sucks because I would have loved to have, I believe it's 9 of them together, but it's only 6 of them right now. But anyways, I just love what this whole album represents. It really does show that they are their legacy. They built a legacy. They are known for being part of EXO. They are known individually because when I see like the name, oh, that guy's from EXO, that guy's from EXO. I haven't really listened to a lot of solo projects from them, but I know like, oh, that artist is from EXO. They just built such a great legacy, fan base, and I feel like they could have been global superstars, but I don't think that company that they're part of has that ability at this moment. I feel like only like a couple of companies are able to do that right now. But yeah, I love this whole project. It's very great. It's very big, but it doesn't feel too in your face. It just feels like the right amount of energy given to this project. It also feels very nostalgic, but with a modern twist. And I think that's what people are loving this album. I absolutely love this album. Like I said, it has influences of like R&B, hip hop, rock. It just has like those alternative like ballads as well. Like it really does capture each of their genres that they have done in the past, and I love this. Love this. Okay, love this album, love this project. So now for my top 3 songs from this project. At number 3, I put Crazy. I absolutely love Crazy because it reminds me of a YG track. I don't know how people are gonna feel about this, me saying this, but it has this ending twist like that. Just I get it. I guess that's not something that YG owns, but they know exactly how to do it. And this song gives me the same type of vibe. They knew how to change the ending of this song to make it feel big, broad, and just different from the rest of the track, which is what YG is known for. They know exactly how to do that. And so I love this song. I think this song is just about, it's a little bit more deeper. It does talk about feeling trapped, very like emotionally obsessed, being crazy, thinking about someone and all this stuff. But overall, I just love the vibe. It really does sound more on the pop side, it does have like the Brazilian funk in this song. So I like the mixture of the two. And I think it's just one of those greater songs that they know exactly what they did with this, and it's I believe it's a popular song from this album. So I really love that. I love what they do with the song. It's just such a great energy track. So definitely go check that one out. At number 2, I have the title track, Crown, right? I feel like this song it suits EXO. Like they did an awesome video. The video, it is so dope. Like it just reminds me of like a movie, and it does remind me a little bit of BTS's video from Blood, Sweat, Tears, like the theme of it, right? Like that statues and like I don't know, like just the theme reminds me like if they can be in part of the same world, right? Those 2 music videos. But I love this. I absolutely love this song. It's a very like dance pop song. It does have like those big moments. It's a very big song, which makes sense to why it's like the comeback and why it's like the title track. They're fighting for the crown. They know who they are. They know they're the shit, basically. And so I absolutely love this. I love this sound for them. I love the whole vibe of this. Like I just absolutely love this song. It's very like heavy hitting with like the EDM, the pop sounds. There's just a lot of things going on in this song. And I love when they say Return of the Kings, basically. Like it gives me that type of vibe. Like the Kings are here, we built this legacy. They're trying to take the crown from us, but they're not. You know, that's the vibes that it gives me. That's what I took from this song. Like I said, go check out the music video. Music video is so beautiful. So definitely check out. If out of all the songs, I feel like this is the one most people will see. So, but my favorite song, guys, I'm telling you, something's up with me. My favorite song on this project is called Back Pocket, right? I told you it's a mid-tempo R&B song. Something about mid-tempo R&Bs right now. They've been my favorite so far. Even like in the last like couple of weeks, I'm like, oh, I want to listen to the R&B. I don't know why. Anyways, I love this song. It's such a cute song. It's very playful. You know, they're just simple lyrics. You know, it's just talking about the desire to be with someone all the time, you know? So back pocket, like one of the lyrics is put me in your back pocket. And so like, oh, okay. So you can be with them all day? That's cute. But just the whole vibe of it, like it doesn't feel too in your face. It feels just the right amount of energy from them. And for them to put it on this record was interesting, but I feel like it needed that moment. It needed a moment to slow down just a bit. You know, there are other slow songs, but something about this song is just vibey. It's nice. It's nice to hear. It's just one of those, like I said, R&B tracks, R&B mid-tempo pop R&B tracks. And so like, it's just a great song. I love the melody. I love just how they're singing. Like something about it just made it my favorite. Like I was surprised that I enjoyed this song more than the actual title track and even Crazy, because I love the song Crazy and like the production of that and how they did that production. But something about Back Pocket, I was like, oh, let me go back. Let me put it on repeat. You know, I think I listened to it like on loop like 10 times in one sitting. I was like, oh, wait, hold on. Let me listen to the rest of the album a little bit more so I can just vibe it out and see what other songs I like. But yeah, I love that song. Go listen to it. Trust me, it's a cute song. Like the lyrics are pretty cute. Like it's just the moment they needed to slow down the album a little bit and just give us a different side of them. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. That was it. Go listen to all these artists, you know, Harry Styles, XG, Yandel. I can't think of it. Who else did I talk about? Ludmilla, Yandel, EXO, of course. You know, go listen to them. I have a playlist down below. Again, Spotify or Apple Music, whichever you like to listen to. And you know, let's explore new music. You know, tell me in the comments who did you like, who you didn't like, who you didn't like, and let's start chatting it up. You know, I want to hear from you. You know, of anything that, you know, maybe I missed a song, maybe there was more songs. I know there's a lot of music to talk about, and I choose the ones that really like, you know, I want to talk about. Like it puts me in that mood. I'm like, okay, I want to talk about this song. So yeah, guys, again, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, all the great stuff. I appreciate all the love, the support. I will see you next time. Remember, say it louder. It's only Treble.